When you first open Vegas Movie Studio HD Platinum, you're presented with the welcome screen. And the welcome screen gives you several options on how you want to proceed with your edit. So for instance, if you've already been working on projects, the most recent projects that you've had open will appear in the recent projects list, and you can click any one of these to open that project again. If you've got a project that you've been working on, but it doesn't appear on the recent projects list, you can click the Open button and then navigate to that project and open it that way. Along the right-hand side here are three other options. If you're pretty experienced with Vegas Movie Studio and you know how to set your project properties and you just want to get to it, you can click the Start Using Vegas Movie Studio button. It just basically closes the welcome window and lets you customize your project settings however you want to customize them. If you are relatively new to the application or you don't have any experience in it, then the Show Me How tutorials are a great place to start. The Show Me How tutorials walk you step by step through several different operations in the application, but they're different than just a regular step-by-step text tutorial. What these do is they walk you through the operation even as you're doing the operation. So if you follow along the instructions that the tutorials give you, you're actually getting real work done as you're learning how to do the tasks that you're learning. Now, the option we're going to choose now is the New option. And this is a great option to choose if you want to get started, you have a little experience, but you don't know exactly how to set your project properties. And the New Project dialog box just is going to walk you through some simple choices and set your project properties according to what you choose in this box. So for instance, I know that I'm in America. I'm in Middleton, Wisconsin here. And so I'm going to choose Americas and Japan from the region list. Of course, if you're in Europe or Asia, you'd choose the Europe and Asia choice. But basically what happens here is when you make that choice, there are all kinds of settings that happen behind the scenes that you don't need to know about. You don't need to know the technical aspects of frame rate and field order and all of these things that might be affected by the settings in this box. All you need to know is that you're sitting in America or you're sitting in Europe or wherever you are, and make that choice in the region drop-down list. You can choose from stereo or 5.1 surround sound audio. In my case, I'm just going to edit in stereo, so I'll leave the stereo radio button selected. And then in the video and project fields, you've got some choices to make. And you can take a couple of different approaches here. If you know what kind of footage you're using, and most often you do because you shot it on your personal camera, you can make a choice from the video field that matches your camera. So for instance, if I was using an AVC HD camera, I would choose AVC HD from the list. And once I've done that, I've got templates over here in the project field, and I can choose the appropriate one. Now my AVC HD camera happens to shoot at 1920 by 1080, so I'll choose 1920 by 1080 60i. Another approach here is that you could choose from the video field the format that matches what you want to deliver. So if you're going to deliver to DVD, choose DVD from the list, or Blu-ray from the list if you're delivering on a Blu-ray disc. So which one do you choose? Do you set it based on the camera footage that you're using, or do you set it based on the end delivery that you want? Well, it's sort of a personal preference. I would say in general, you can't go too far wrong if you just choose the footage that matches the camera that you shot with. So if you're shooting with a hard disk-based AVC HD camera, then choose AVC HD from this list, and then choose the template that matches over in the project list. Then, of course, you can give your project a name, and I'll just call this my new project. And you can browse to whatever location you want to save this project to. Now, the Manage Project Files checkbox, this is a great tool for making sure that you keep all the media that you use in your project together with the project itself, so that if you come back to this project later, you don't have to worry about whether your media is scattered all over your computer. It's all going to be saved to the same folder that you specified up here for your project. So I usually select that checkbox and use it to keep my media organized. All right? Once you've made all those choices, just click OK, and your project properties are all set up for you to get busy working.